Prime Minister Carney. Again, I'm sending this to a bunch of emails and hope they forward it on. And see, this is PBS Terra, I think this one, and that's a new one that just came out. And this is, I mean, you can motivate yourself as if this is sticking it to Trump and the elites, but I mean, there's not just one tiny degree of separation between you and him. Don't give up yet. The thing is your mind is programmed for one paradigm, and I think the more I'm suggesting cabinet minister subjects for you, the more you realize I don't know anybody that specializes in this in my circle of, you don't have to call yourself capitalist, but of elites. I don't know anybody who specializes in what Martin's talking about, and yet it kind of makes sense. This is the reality, this manifesting. So we need to save science. So you need to, and unfortunately, they've wanted to control everything, the USA, as elites since World War II. And so they have a lot to do with science that the rest of the world relies on. So I know for you, you probably think Canada should be, in the Security Council of the UN, but that's not going to save your kids and grandkids. Canada should be helping to save science. So that, that wouldn't be in the Security Council, for example, who would just focus on the kind of paradigms you and Trump focus on. Like assets and territory and who owns what and who has what rights and how the economy should move, not based on the reality of the natural world, but the elites' games of monopoly and war games that actually have an impact on everybody else on the planet. So saving science would be, again, you could motivate yourself by saying you're sticking it to Trump, but Canada should fund PBS before it's defunded over there. And Canada should try to find out what's going on with NASA Worldview. I'm trying to see the Antarctic here, and it's been, I don't know if it's since March 8th, but it has been weird. And even Google Earth, I'm going to take a couple more screenshots of Google Earth of the Doomsday Glacier in Antarctica, like Thwaites Glacier, and I'm not sure they're honest about the images being recent that they're posting on there. And of course, scientific, oh man, you should totally jail Harper for how much he attacked science in Canada, but it'll be hard to do this thing I'm suggesting to you, because people like Harper, who are elites in both the magical, money, and supernatural religion paradigms, they've just devolved us, right? So please don't be one of these people. But for that, you need to learn a lot of science or meet new people that have this science. I'd be surprised if you met a systems thinker such as myself, or you'd feel comfortable with my competence or my solutions to what you ask me to give you solutions for, because it's so unorthodox and uncommon, and your brain just won't go there. So that means we'll be falling behind on modernity's mitigation ventures, not on problem solving. It's too late. I explained this many times. But if you care about your kids and grandkids, the hope lies in your efforts for mitigation ventures. I'm going to send you, or not you, but maybe you have a direct email now, I'll look into it. Vlogs of other things, like Steve Boots, who's a Canadian, and he's just saying, hey, fire situation's not that great right now. You can listen to him if you want. But he's just reporting on things, right, that maybe the CBC is not reporting enough on, because for some reason we think we're going to get better at problem solving by avoiding the alarming nature of the problems we have to solve. That's, there's no maturity there. It's like saying, we're going to try this, but don't worry. Santa Claus or the Avengers or the Justice League or the Tooth Fairy can come in and save us at the last minute. If the dentist can't fix my tooth, I'm just going to write to the Tooth Fairy. Because that's kind of what it sounds like to me when I look at the patterns of your cabinet ministers. It disconnects from reality by trying to fix the problems of capitalism with more capitalism. And of course, only cognitive dissonance only believing in um, ideologies that are incompatible within the same reality causes this. So you're already good at what you do. And you won't forget that in a year if you suddenly make an effort to find the people who will get you 10% of where you need to be on other subjects that relate to the real world. So please, that's what your kids and grandkids deserve. I'm fighting for your kids and grandkids here. I don't even have any kids of my own. And I'm not saying pay me to help you. I'm saying please help yourselves. Is that too much to ask?